Hey guys, thanks for coming back for today's video. So for those of you who watched yesterday's video, you know what we're doing. But basically, this trailer right here is not mine, so we're bringing it back to the owner. I was doing some work for him on it, but we're bringing that back today. It's about an hour drive. It is raining out, if you can't tell. I got the truck warming up here, so I'm just gonna get this hooked up quickly and we'll get back and we'll get out of here. So guys, we're just getting heading out here. So you can see I got the trailer hooked on. I strapped that fuel tank down to the front of the trailer. Just obviously so it don't go nowhere, because that's his too. But we will see you guys when we get there. I think I might end up stopping at Home Depot, grab some tools, but for right now, I'm not really 100% sure yet. I don't know what the guys got up there for tools. I gotta call them. But I didn't really want to bring all my tools. I have a bunch of smaller tools, but I might end up just running to Home Depot and grabbing the mechanics tool set or whatever. I think I saw it there the other day on sale, so that'd be a nice thing to have anyhow to keep in the truck. So we're just stopping over here at Speedway to grab some breakfast, and then we are off to Home Depot because I do need to get some tools to work on this excavator. Okay, so this is what we ended up with. It's a 270 piece set. I also picked up another pair of these Milwaukee safety glasses. They're tinted. Those things are great. I love them. I've worked with a pair of them also. Sells my sunglasses. Sorry, not the best film I'm driving here, but so we're on our way now. We'll be there in about 45 minutes, and I will catch back up with you guys then. So we're just getting off the highway here. A bit of a sketchy ride. I don't know if you can probably see it with the camera shaking, but this trailer, I think it's got some sort of a flat spot in the tires or something. Like somebody would have accidentally locked the brakes up who was towing it previously. But yeah, it was a very shaky ride. The whole trailer was bouncing the whole truck, because I mean it's like about a 3,000 pound trailer, so it definitely likes to move the truck around, especially with that fuel tank on the front. But anyways, we're about to pull up and we will start working on that excavator and see if we can figure out what's wrong with it. So guys, we're just pulling up here. So this driveway's a bit of a steep one, so gotta lock in the hubs here. This truck, it's an XLT, so it came with the automatic locking hubs, but they went out of it, so I put in manual locking hubs, so I always gotta lock the hubs in, but it probably won't do it justice. But this driveway is very steep and it's very torn up, so but especially bringing a trailer up, you gotta lock it in four-wheel drive. So we'll get going up there and we will start working on that machine. Like I said, with this trailer, I don't really know if we can see where the flat spot is on it, but yeah, it was just shaking real bad. And I was watching it when I was driving slow. The fuel tank, I could see it moving quite a bit up there. It's like bouncing up and down, but I don't really know. There also was the excavator we're about to work on was sitting on this trailer for a couple months in a row, so it might be that just that weight on those tires sitting on pavement for so long, and during the hot summer might have done it too. But nevertheless, we made it. So hopefully it kind of works itself out with the tires, but we'll just have to see. And let's get working on this excavator. See if this thing will fire up. Nope. I don't really think that's a battery issue. I think it's a starter. This thing's starter's been bad in it. So I missed that on camera, but the thing fired up. I put the jumper cables on it from the truck, but I don't think that was the issue. I pulled one of the wires around the starter, then it fired right up. Now I'll let this warm up, and I gotta throw that fuel tank back in my truck, because I guess he's got a job out near my house and he needs fuel out there, so he's asked if I can throw it in my truck. So I'll throw that back in my truck and then we'll work on this thing. Well, as you guys saw, got the fuel tank in the back of the truck. I just threw this one strap around the front of it, that'll be fine. It does have about 70 gallons of fuel in it right now, but the bed liner holds it in pretty good, so that'll stay right there. I still got plenty of room to put other stuff around it. I am planning to put a fuel tank up here in the springtime. It's the one I found is I believe like a 36 or 40 gallon fuel tank. It'll be plenty for what I need. And with that one, it's only about like this top part down, so that'll be right up tight, and I still have plenty of room, and I'm hoping it'll be small enough I can put the sander in there with the tank still in there, so I can still have fuel during the winter for the tractor or whatnot. But this one works for now, so there's that. And then I've been looking at this machine. So the last time this machine ran, it was used on a slope, and those of you who run machines, excavators, you know, if you got a blade and you're working on a slope, you put it behind you, put the blade down to level the machine up. So as you can see here, the blade is totally soaked in hydraulic fluid. I looked all up under here. There's none of these hoses are bad. I ran the blade up and down, put it under pressure, nothing was leaking. But there's also usually hydraulic fluid all over the tracks. Like when I first started it, there was hydraulic fluid on the tracks. So what that leads me to believe is somewhere up under this part up underneath here, something is leaking. And if you look down there, there's some water down there, but there's also a mix of a lot of hydraulic fluid. So there's a leak somewhere down under here. All these hoses look dry here. It's like the main valves. All these hoses look dry. And that's kind of why I was thinking that something was leaking in the undercarriage, just because the oil was leaking down onto that and making it look soaked in oil like it was the undercarriage that was leaking. But I don't believe it is that. I believe something underneath here is leaking, and unfortunately, if we, I'll open this to make it a little easier to see maybe, but if we get down underneath here, there's a big counterweight right here, which is going to be very hard to take off. I'm thinking of trying to pop that plate off up in there and see if it's something up under there, see if I can see anything better. But it is soaked with hydraulic fluid under here, and while diagnosing a machine like this, it can be very hard because obviously this is an older machine, so it's going to have its fair share of leaks. For instance, right here, this cylinder leaks a little bit. So basically I'm just going to try my best. See, might end up having to take it to the dealer if it's something too hard to get to under there, and hopefully it's nothing like you have to pull the engine out or take a whole bunch of stuff apart. But really here, I'm on the ground. I don't have a way to get that counterweight off to see what's up under there, so I'm gonna see. But if it's something we can't fix, Bobcat is right down near me, so we can bring it there eventually. But so yeah, for now I'm gonna crawl up under there and see if I can take that plate off. So guys, we're up under the machine here, so I'm kind of thinking it's got something to do with the piece here that makes the machine swing around. As you can see, everything up under here is just covered in oil. And if we look up underneath here, you can see the oil all up underneath the like kind of belly pan of the machine. So I'm kind of thinking this is going to be something more major for Bobcat to take care of, because it's just a little too hard to take apart something like this when I don't have the proper equipment to, you know, lift the body of the machine off. But it is pretty soaked up under here, and it would make sense because when I was working on the slope, I had the back of the machine here over the blade, so that's what got the blade soaked in oil, is this part back in here, I believe. So but like even all the way out into here, it's all covered in oil everywhere. It's just covered under here, so it's really hard to diagnose it anyhow. But I think what the best option would be to just take it to Bobcat and get it fixed right. And I do believe this piece here is actually getting worn out anyhow, so if they did end up having to take it out, they'd probably end up just replacing that too, the whole piece that swings the machine around, because the machine is kind of loose when you swing it around like that with heavy weights. So yeah, I think that's our best bet, is just to bring it to Bobcat. So I just want to keep you guys in the loop. So right now I'm heading out to the Napa Auto Parts out here. Sorry if it's a bit shaky, this road's a little rough, but we're heading out here to get some brake clean and grab some degreaser of some kind. I took the floor pan out of the excavator and inside the cab, and it's looking like I might be able to see where it's leaking from potentially. I'm not 100% sure on that yet, but yeah, we'll take a look at that. I'm also going to grab lunch while I'm out, and yeah, that fuel tank back there is sliding around a little, so I got to put another strap on that. I just jumped out and tightened the strap down after it slid the first time, so I guess it's still moving around back there. But yeah, we're heading out to Napa. We're gonna get some brake clean and a couple other things, and we'll see if we can find that leak better. I still am, even if I can find in there, I'm not really 100% sure whether or not I'm actually gonna be able to get it fixed, just because of how hard it's gonna be to get to that hose. I mean, even if I find the hose that's leaking, there's no telling where it goes. If it goes down under the undercarriage, you might have to take the whole seat and all the controls and everything out, and that's a little too much probably for me to be trying to do there. And also, I don't really have much time, as I got my own stuff I got to do. I got projects and stuff I really got to get done here soon, because snow's going to be coming soon. So yeah, we'll get back to it. So guys, that's going to be a wrap for today's video. I didn't end up finding any leaks on that thing. I have a couple different theories about it, like maybe there's some spilled hydraulic oil in the bottom of the belly pan, but I think it's definitely leaking from somewhere. So I think they're going to end up taking it to the Bobcat dealer just to be easier. They have more tools, they know a lot more about these machines, but I'm currently on my way back to town. I had to leave, I have a meeting tonight, so yeah. Thank you guys for tuning into today's video, and hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next one.